What is up? It's your boy, the Bear League Hero, coming back at you with another episode of What the Puck Podcast. It's late. It's right now. It's 1:30 in the morning. It's now August 27th. Summer is over, and I have to record this podcast just because of the events that unfolded. I talked to my wife, and I told her, "Hey, take a nap, go sleep with the kid. I got to do this podcast." I told her what happened, and she kind of was like, "What the fuck, really?" So I'll start from the beginning. While I was up in Canada, there was a goalie request for a goalie in a league game at Wilmington where the Bruins used to practice. And I was like, "Oh, that's not too far from my house. That's like a 25-minute ride." I was like, "Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, dude." I said, "I can't make it, unfortunately, but I can, sub in for you no matter what." And they were like, "Okay, sure." I need a goalie on the 26th of August. So I was like, "Okay, sure." And, I confirmed and all that shit. So I was playing for a team called Puck Luck. And it's in a league called the HNA, Hockey North America, I believe it's called. Not national. It's Hockey North America. Never played in this league before. They said they were a D League team, and I'm like, you know what? Sure. I'm getting old. You know what? I have no heroics anymore. So sure, D League, let's do this. So I was excited. I show up and first one there, and it was just so funny because the Shamrocks, which is like a young kids team, they were practicing, and I was watching them. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Great." And then I go to my car, get my shit ready, wait for them to leave. All the kids leave and stuff. I go back into the arena, and uh, the lights are off. I'm like, I talked to this older guy. I'm like, "Hey, is game still happening?" He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." I just shut the lights off. I'm like, "Okay, cool, sweet." I go to the big locker room. I'm trying to get ready, and then guys just got coming in. "Hey, how are you?" "Oh, you're Sam. Okay, nice to meet you." "Hey, what's going on?" "Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you." Cool, fine. I get dressed, so I didn't really know what they wore. So let me back up a little bit. So there's a team called Puck Luck. I believe in the Power Play Hockey League. I've never played for them before. They have pretty awesome jerseys. I follow them on social media platforms. So I was like, "Is this the same team?" But I didn't know. So apparently it is. It's just a different team, same name. So I was like, "Okay, fine, great." So I'm wearing my Simmons pads. I'm wearing my Marc-Andre Fleury tribute mask, the Bauer mask, and I'm wearing my Sudbury um, Bulldogs Shorzy jersey, the white one. And I look fucking awesome, and I have guys left and right saying, "Oh my god, I love your jersey," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." And when you look good, you play good, and that's kind of the theme of where I'm getting to. But I show up, get dressed, get on the ice. There's already two guys out there. I think it was the scorekeeper. He said, "Oh, the other team has a short bench. Don't be surprised if they bring in extra players." I'm like, "What?" He said this in the locker room, so I was like, "Okay, whatever, fine, sweet." So I go out to the ice. So it's two players from my team, and then there's another player, and they were called the Phantoms on the other team. And I warming up, skating, getting loose, and all that shit. And just one thing that really struck me weird was this one player. He decided to take his stick and put it on the bench, and he just started like skating by himself, doing the backwards skate and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "This is some like real D League fucking players," which I have nothing against. I played plenty of D League. I played plenty of C, B, whatever. I don't recall ever playing in an A League, but I'm pretty sure I played against A League players. Uh, I was kind of like taken back by this guy because I was always taught like, yeah, work on your skating, but If you're playing hockey, put a stick in your hand. If you want to be a figure skater, sure, sweet. You don't need a stick. I think that was the first Mighty Ducks, right? Think of it as figure skating with the stick. So, I read the room very quickly. I saw how the guys were. They weren't too overly friendly, but they were good guys. I can just tell. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So here we go. Drop the puck. Prior to the puck drop, I talked to the captain. Seemed like a real nice guy. He started telling me how his shoulder was messed up. He needs rotator cuff surgery and all this bullshit. And I was like, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. And truthfully, and listen, better you than me. I didn't say it to him, but I was like, holy shit, like, dude, I don't want to hear that. Like, I just came back from an injury in my arm. Like, my fucking heel is killing me. I got hurt in my knee. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to hear about that. But, he seemed like a great guy and everything. And he was very appreciative of me subbing in. And I was like, okay, cool, sweet. So, we go ahead and play. And, we have a great bench, stacked bench. The other team probably had 2 subs. We're playing. It's probably like 10 minutes in, and I'm just fucking saving everything. You know what? I ain't no Roberto Luongo. I'm not pumping anyone's tires, but wow. I fucking stood on my fucking head last night. And I'm kind of... So, here's the thing. I'm mad at myself because I didn't go pro it. Because I can tell you I was the best goalie, and we won. No, we did it. We lost 7-0. But I stood on my head. I made so many good saves. I wish I had the video. Here's the thing. I don't record league games because I don't want to take down the GoPro during the periods. That's one thing. Second of all, this is a new team that I'm subbing in for. I want them to call me back. And most importantly, I've never been in this league. I don't know what the rules are. So I'm just kind of like, fuck. As much as I'm tempted to just throw it in the net, I was like, I can't do that. I mean, I made so many fucking highlight reel saves. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm so embarrassed. We lost 7-0, but I probably made 75 fucking saves. It was unbelievable. I had the refs. There's 3 refs, by the way. I couldn't believe it. I was like, fucking 3 refs. I'm like, what kind of fucking league is this? Clean, but it was definitely amateur. I would say novice, which is fine. I mean, they made me look good. And it was a lot of fun. I want to say it was probably 10 minutes. So they do 15-minute periods with they stop the clock. So I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. So it was like 10 minutes in, and this kid, I can see him. He had the fucking Golden Knights fucking pro stock gloves, and he's skinny, and he's kind of tall but like long, and I'm like, oh, okay, here's your Rainer. You got nobody to play for you. Here's the Rainer. And I said that. I was like, here comes the Rainer. And the ref kind of like looked at me, and he was just like, I don't know. So, yeah, no, this kid could play. I don't think he scored on me, but he definitely set up a lot of people, and he tried to. And overall, it was a great game. So, I wore my sim pads, back up a little bit. I wore my sim pads, and the funny thing was I would have the Hall, is it Hall or Hal strap? And it's just a Velcro, and I was like all on that fucking train with all my pads. Recently, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't bend over. I'm getting too fucking old and too fat and whatever. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going back to laces. So I went back to laces. I got I think it's 84-inch giggity laces, and I put them on the pad, the toe bridge, and I tied up my pads, and I made sure they're secure and there's no slack or anything. And unbelievable, total game changer. I felt so much better playing in those Simmons with laces versus the bungee cord. And I'm out on the bungee cord. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm doing strictly laces. But there's a way I tie the laces, which the goalie snob, who's an e-bug for Dallas, like I saw how he does it, and I was like, okay, I he knows his shit. And I know his equipment is a little bougie, but I was like, he knows his shit. So I was like, I'm going to try and go back to the laces, but just tie the shit out of them, and that's what I did. And for the most part, I made so many leg saves. It felt so comfortable and loose, a little loose, but not too loose. And I'm very proud of how um, those laces held up. Never came undone. Never stepping on them or cutting them, then whatever. Fine. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, we still lost 7-0. We went when that kid stepped, that ringer stepped on the ice. That's when they started scoring. He started setting up people. But honestly, I'm not even saying anything rude or anything, but like, the players on this team, puck luck, weren't really the greatest players. And, they're definitely D League, but, you sprinkle in a ringer or a guy that knows how to set up people. That's where it was like, okay. I mean, I have nothing against it. I mean, he challenged me, and I made plenty of saves on him. I stopped all the breakaways. A lot of the goal, I would say all the goals, honestly. So 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second. So and then I take that back. There was 2 goals in the second, and then 2 goals. Yeah, so 4. So 2 goals in the third, and then it's 2, 4. Yeah, 7. So we lost 7-0, and I'm not embarrassed by it, and I'll tell you why. These guys had heart. These guys were good hockey players, mentally, probably not physically. The thing I liked about it was they got mad. They didn't joke about it. They didn't make stupid comments. You could tell they were like, "Fuck!" Like, we're letting this goalie down. Like, personally, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm a nobody. I'm a bare league hero, right? I'm not even a bare league hero, sadly. I'm just a bare league goalie who works 9 to 5. And I'll tell you, my eyes are going. My body's kind of giving up on me and all that bullshit. I'm never made of the pros. I'm not tall enough. Fine, all that bullshit. But I fucking stood on my head. I was the only one that showed up on that team tonight. And they knew that. The other team knew that. The refs knew that. And I don't know if I earned their respect, but it made me feel good. And I was like, you're a nobody, Sam. You're barely goalie. You got great equipment, but you're a nobody. Nobody's really following you. You got a weak following, endorsed. You got these fucking people getting free gear sent to them by Warrior and Bow. It's like, I don't get any of that, which is fine because I don't need it. I like my stuff. I am who I am. But I made so much fucking saves tonight that I'm so proud of myself. But I'm still mad at myself because I didn't fucking go pro. I'm like, what the fuck? Murphy's Law. You look like you're ready for the professionals when the camera's not rolling. But when the camera's rolling, you get lit up. I mean, the goals that they scored on me, they were the Tony Esposito garbage goals. I baked the save, rebound, try to stop it, and then one of my D-men ran into me. There was this guy on the team. I'm not talking shit or anything. He seemed like a nice guy. I felt kind of bad for him. I don't know what he was. Indian, Pakistani, Moroccan. Big dude. He had a thick accent in the locker room. And he ran into me a couple times, but he knew to, stop, and I would catch him. And I'd be like, dude, you all right? So I think it was the third period, and one of the guys was like, teammates was like, do you have any questions, Sam? Do you have any concerns? Can you coach us? And I said, just have fun. And I said with a straight face, my mask is up. I'm like, just have fun. It's barely, who cares? But all these guys were serious. They weren't fucking around. And I actually loved it. And that's why I kind of tried to bring them down to earth. Like, guys, chill. It's okay. But I did say to this guy, I don't know who he was. I apologize. I didn't get his name. He had a long name on his T-shirt, on his jersey, and I was like, dude, stop running into me. I keep saving you. And he just laughed. And I'm like, I'm just fucking with you. So it was cool. It's fine. It's okay. No, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not that type of goalie that gets mad and throws his stick. This team sucks. I'm not playing for you. I'm not like that. Get the fuck out of here. But of course, with hockey, There's always some level of drama everywhere I fucking go. Since I stepped on the ice as a kid, there's always some level of fucking drama. So I did a video, I don't know how long ago, how I played with the Wolves and all the drama. And you can watch the drama. You can watch the video. I no shame in it. So, long story short, I played for this team, the Power Play Hockey League, called the Wolves. We would get our ass kicked every day. These guys were just, I had no problem with them, but we'd lose fucking 11-1, and they would be in the locker room in the benches laughing it up, like, oh, we don't give a fuck, who gives a shit, whatever. We would go to after the game, we would go to the parking lot and drink beers and just shoot this shit. Fine, no problem. They had a sports app. And every Tuesday, I would always make a witty comment, or somebody said something, I would always reply to it. So I was good like that. And it was always in the sports app. Whatever. Fast forward to, I don't want to go into my personal life, but something had happened, and I was like, oh shit, I can't make the game. And I told the captain, I was like, hey, I can't make the game. But I didn't put it in the sports app. I put it in the text message and email, and he totally ghosted me. And then a couple days went by, and he decided to call the cops on me on a wellness check. And I'm at work, coming home, and my wife's sleeping with the lights off with my daughter, and the fucking 2 cops pounding on the door. It was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm never playing for you again. So anyways, really long story short, that's what happened. I can't make this shit up. It's so dumb, right? And I have a whole video talking about it, and you can, watch it. It's an older video. So, I'm in the locker room. I'm getting dressed. Oh my god, look at my fucking hair. I look like a fucking retard. Oh my god. I'm in the locker room, and I noticed one of the guys. I'm like, I played with this guy in the Wolves. I'm like, oh fuck, right? I'm trying not to look at him. I'm like, whatever, fine. And he's kind of, he's definitely the mouth of the room. Everyone's kind of quiet and shit, but he's definitely the mouth. But I remember him from the Wolves. He was actually a nice guy, and he was a decent hockey player. So I get on the ice, I do the warm ups and stuff. Puck's ready to drop, and fucking, he comes over to me. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, what's your name again? I'm like, I'm Sam. He's like, Sam? I'm like, yeah, we played together in the Wolves. I go, I'm the one Simon fucking called the police on. And he was like, oh my god, that was you? And he kind of was happy to see me, but I was pissed off, and I kind of gave him some attitude. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, he called the fucking cops on me. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I got in his face. And he turned fucking red as an apple and said, oh, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I know. And I go, I'm sorry. I'm like, who fucking does that? And he's like, oh, I get it. And, he was pretty cool the rest of the game. And, he was a nice guy. He's a good player. He is hard. I don't want to mention his name, but he was a good guy. And, he was like, I'm not that good. And I'm like, nah, dude, just have fun. It's cool, man. So, I wasn't aware of, what was really going on with this team. I just was like, okay, you know what? We're getting shelled. We're getting beat up. I'm making all these saves. And he came up to me and he was like, I don't want to lose. I'm like, hey, man, I'm the same way, but just have fun. I mean, it's kind of over by now. He said, well, I don't want to be shut out. I'm like, well, I mean, it is what it is, right? So I saw this guy on the ice. He kind of had a fake jersey of the puck lock, and he was wearing number 99, and that kind of offended me because I'm the biggest Wayne Gretzky fan ever. And I'm like, look at this fucking asshole. What a fucking asshole, right? Okay, fine. So we lose 7-0. Whatever. The horn sounds, and I left my mask up. Good game, everyone. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. I made sure to say good game to everybody. You know what? I'm a good sportsman. Good game, good game, good game, good game, right? To the other team, I waited at center ice. They were all happy that they got the shutout, 7-0. The Phantoms, congratulations. Good game, good game, good game, good game. So we get to the locker room, and I'm against the wall. So there's a guy sitting here, and then there's that Pakistani guy, Moroccan guy. I don't know what the fuck he was. Tall dude. He kind of kept chattering a lot, and he kind of kept making excuses. But for the most part, the locker room was dead. Nobody was talking. People were pissed off, and I kind of like that. No, I mean it shows heart. It really does. It's like, no, you lost. You got embarrassed with the sub goalie, and it's like, what the fuck? We suck. And no, I never said they sucked. I never believed that. I was like, hey guys, good game, good game. But they knew they were upset, and I tried to like liven up the room with a couple of guys, and they just wanted nothing to do with it. And you know what? To me, it's not an insult to me. It's a reflection of themselves going, oh fuck, we fucked up. So fine. So like I said, there's a guy right here in front of the door. Then there's that I don't know what he is, India guy, Pakistani guy, and then it's me kind of against it. And I have all my equipment, and I'm going through it, and I'm cleaning all that shit. And whatever, the room's quiet. Then I hear the guy that I was on the team with. He started talking to this other guy, and he mentioned his name, the old captain of the Wolves, and I'm like, I kind of stared him down. I wasn't trying to be rude. I didn't say anything, but he would not make eye contact with me. He was like, nope, and he was very like trying. This other guy across the room was trying to talk to him, and he was just giving like one word answers. Yep, okay, all right. And I was just like, oh shit. The guy, like the old captain of the Wolves, was on the fucking team. He was in the locker room. Never acknowledged me. He was wearing 99. I was on the fucking crease, being like, "What the fuck is this guy wearing 99 for?" And I'm like, "Wow, unbelievable." I mean, the beer league hockey world just fucking collided, and I was just like, "Huh?" Unbelievable. Absolutely fucking unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. And I had the biggest smirk on my face. I was like, oh, okay. I was waiting for him to come over to me and mend the situation that had happened. Maybe just shake hands and just go, okay. Never happened. He was such a pussy. He had his face down. He didn't even fucking look up. And I'm like, wow, what an asshole. I'm like, yep. I couldn't believe it. I had the biggest fucking heart on. I was waiting for him to come over to me just to apologize or say, hey, you're a good goalie. I'm sorry what had happened. And I was ready. I was ready to say water under the bridge. I mean, I'm not happy about it. I'm still not happy about it. But you know what? I'm not gonna let it affect my beer league hockey career. But I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was in the room, and like he was old looking, and I'm like, I didn't recognize him. I'm like, what the fuck happened to him? But at the same time, I was like, okay, I'm ready for him to come over to me and be like, oh, by the way, never did. And you know what? That just shows you're just a fucking pussy. You're an asshole. You're just looking for drama. You don't give a fuck. He always was a little standoffish with me. For whatever reason, I don't know what I did to him. I never said anything. I never flipped out and fought anybody. For the most part, I was a near perfect goalie on a shitty Wolves team. So I just was waiting for the, oh hey Sam, let's just shake it out, fist bump, whatever. Didn't get that. So as I'm leaving the room, I made sure to be a little extra loud and be like, hey guys, great game. Don't worry about it. Have fun. Call me if you need me. And guys were like, yeah, great game. Wouldn't even look. I walked right by him. He was right next to the door. He wouldn't even look at me. He put his skate down. Clean his skates. Wouldn't even look at me. I'm like, you know what? In a way, on that moment, it's like circle is now complete. To quote Darth Vader, it's like, yeah, no, it's like you weren't a good beer league player. You're not a good captain, and honestly, I lost a lot of respect from you. But at the same time, I'm not here to talk shit or anything. I'm just like, this is what happened, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell the truth. This ain't a fuck. I'm not making up anything. That is what happened, and there was plenty of other guys in the room to finish the story. But apparently, this team has their own puck, and during warm-ups, I saw the puck. Okay, whatever, fine. I was like, cool, great, So when the game ended, the other goal got shut out, the 7-0 shutout, and he had taken the puck. Okay. Well, good for you, man. Yeah, nice souvenir. Yeah, no, you made probably like 7 saves in a 7-0 loss where I made like fucking 70 saves. I mean, older guy, really nice, very sweet, and you know what? I'm glad that he was very nice to me. Cool, sweet. So, I see a puck in the crease after they scored on me, and I give it to the ref, but it had no decal on it. It was supposed to have the puck luck decal. I'm like, I don't know. So I don't know if they had put in their pocket or whatnot. Maybe they had extra pucks. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I don't give a shit about that stuff, right? And truthfully, I don't want MRSA. I don't want a staph infection. I'm only 20 minutes away, so I don't shower. I don't need fucking gangrene crawling up my foot into my dick. So I ended up just throwing my stuff on and driving home. So I have my basically my Under Armour, my underwear underneath my hockey stuff. I get home, say hi to the wife, see the daughter, all that stuff. It's late. Okay, fine. And I'm like, oh man, like what the fuck? My jock strap is still on me. It's just tight. That's when I look at my jock strap and I find this. The fucking puck luck puck. I'm like, how the fuck did that end up there? I mean, I made so many fucking saves. I'm like, how did that end up in there? It was like legit inside my fucking crotch. And I'm like, okay. See? It's actually a really nice puck. It's pretty cool. So I'm like, oh, okay. Nice souvenir. Because the other goalie, I don't know if the puck looked the same, but the other goalie took this puck, the game puck. But I don't think it was the game puck, so I don't know. I think he just grabbed a puck from Puck Luck and was like, yep, this is my shutout puck. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I was dying laughing. I'm like, why is it fucking... Do I have a fucking growth right here? What the fuck? I wash every fucking day. What the fuck? And I was like, oh. I'm like, how did that get in there? True fucking story. I mean, I made so many fucking saves. I had pucks. I really had puck luck, and I'm only half Irish. Half Portuguese, half Irish. Unbelievable. The series of events that had happened, unbelievable. Seriously, I'm so grateful. This could be an episode of some Netflix series. I'm so grateful that I was able to play, and I'm grateful to be able to sub in for the puck luck. Thanks for the memories. I mean, this was a fun game. I'm kicking myself in the ass because I didn't fucking record it, but I will record the fact that it had happened, and I mean, this is the evidence right here. Like, what the fuck? I have a fucking puck stuck in my fucking crotch. So, as always, thank you for listening. Cheers.